I didn't catch the lie at first. She always said it the same way, soft, apologetic, almost convincing. "I'm just tired tonight, babe. Work was a lot." She'd press a kiss to my cheek, turn her back, and curl under the covers like the conversation had never started. The first few times, I believed her. It had been a long quarter at her firm, and the stress was real. But when tired became every night, for 3 straight months, I stopped asking. We hadn't had sex since May. It was September. But it wasn't just the sex. It was the distance. No more idle conversations at breakfast. No more midday check-ins. Her phone was always face down. Her smile forced. And when I finally got her to laugh, it felt like a borrowed sound, like it didn't belong to me anymore. I started checking the details. Routine things. Receipts, calls, calendars. At first, nothing seemed off. Then I saw the tracker. She wore that fitness band religiously, mostly for sleep monitoring, steps, occasional runs. Synced to her phone, synced to mine. I only checked it out of boredom one night while she showered. The activity log showed peaks. Not steps. Not workouts. Something else. High activity levels. Around 2:12 a.m. on multiple nights. Always lasting 35 to 50 minutes. According to the tracker, my wife was having a full-body cardio session while I lay next to her, completely unaware. The first time I saw it, I laughed. Thought maybe it glitched. Maybe she got up, walked around, stretched. But it happened again. And again. Always the same time range. Always when she said she was too tired. By the 7th entry, I wasn't laughing. I set an alarm for 1:45 a.m. the next night. Pretended to sleep, breathing slow and steady. At 2:08, she stirred. Quietly. Too quietly. She didn't stretch. Didn't use the bathroom. Just slipped out of bed like a whisper, grabbed her phone, and left the room. I gave her 5 minutes. Then I followed. The hallway was dark. Kitchen light off. No water running. I listened. A faint sound came from the den. Muffled giggles. Her voice, soft, high-pitched, like the one she used back when we first met. The door was closed. I didn't open it. I backed away, walked back to the bedroom, and laid down. Didn't sleep. By the time she returned, hair slightly messy, cheeks flushed, I had my eyes closed. She thought I hadn't moved. Next day, I bought 2 things, a keylogger for her laptop and a miniature camera disguised as a charger. Installed both within 24 hours. No confrontation. No accusations. Just observation. By the end of the week, I had what I needed. She wasn't cheating in person. She was doing it virtually, with someone named Camrogue_89. Video calls, chat logs, late-night sessions streamed through a locked app she thought I wouldn't notice. It wasn't just flirtation, it was graphic, intimate, practiced. I watched a full recording once. Just once. That was enough. She smiled more in that 20-minute clip than she had with me in the past 6 months. I didn't yell. I didn't confront her that night. Instead, I upgraded the camera. Installed one in the vent facing the den. She never noticed. I cataloged everything. Screen captures, audio, timestamps synced with the fitness logs. 2 weeks later, I scheduled dinner. Her favorite restaurant. Got her wine. Let her laugh. She leaned in, touched my hand, and said, "I feel like we've been reconnecting lately." I nodded. Me too. She didn't know I'd already filed the divorce papers under a different attorney. Quietly moved half our liquid assets into a holding account under my name. Adjusted the lease to remove her car from my financing. Reviewed her messages with her firm's head of HR. Turns out, virtual affairs with anonymous clients don't reflect well when you're in corporate compliance. 3 nights later, at 2:16 a.m., I turned on the bedroom light. She flinched. What's wrong?" I didn't answer. I held up my phone. Her fitness app open. The graph of her nightly activity peaking again. "You're not tired," I said. My voice didn't rise. It was flat. Final. She sat up slowly. "What are you talking about?" "Let me help," I said. I turned on the TV. Mirrored my phone screen. Played the clip. Her face collapsed. Not in fear. Not in guilt. In defeat. She didn't deny it. Didn't scream. She just sat there, like her bones had melted. And then, like her mind disconnected from her body, she fell sideways. Hard. Dead weight onto the mattress. Unmoving. I thought she was faking. Until I saw the blood. I dialed 911, hands steady, voice calm. She wasn't breathing right. Shallow, erratic gasps. And her lips were starting to pale. No pulse on the wrist. The operator asked if she'd taken anything. I said no, then stopped. There were pills in her drawer. Anxiety meds, ones she never talked about. I'd seen her refill the prescription quietly, even stash a few in her gym bag. I mentioned that. Paramedics arrived in 6 minutes. They worked fast. Injected something. Got her breathing stabilized. One of them asked if I was her husband. I nodded. They didn't ask me anything else. At the hospital, I was ushered into a gray waiting room and told to sit tight. A doctor finally came out. Said it wasn't a stroke, but something close, an acute vasovagal syncope episode, triggered by a sudden emotional shock, paired with what looked like overuse of sedatives. He handed me a clipboard. We'll need to know what she's been taking. I didn't fill it out. I walked out of the hospital and into the cold night air. Didn't say goodbye. Didn't wait for her to wake up. Back home, I cleaned everything. Camera equipment, devices, wipe drives. I'd already downloaded the essentials to a secure cloud vault. The rest didn't matter. She'd survive. But what came next would make her wish she hadn't. Over the next week, I watched from a distance. Her firm suspended her pending an ethics review. I didn't need to push that part. HR had already seen the late-night virtual activities logged from her work laptop. Someone tipped them off anonymously. Her parents came by the house 3 times. I didn't answer the door. They left messages. She needs you. Please talk to her. I didn't. The papers were ready. All I needed was her signature. But that wasn't the endgame. That came when I contacted the site where she met camrogue_89, a sleazy subscription-based platform that promised anonymity and encrypted streams. I posed as legal counsel for a client at risk of blackmail, citing privacy laws and potential class action suits. They folded fast, turned over the metadata, chat logs, billing info, and a name. His real one. Bryce Tanner, 34, single, unemployed, living in a rental 2 hours outside the city. Registered under a fake consulting business to write off streaming expenses. He thought he was clever. I sent him a message through a burner account. You're not being blackmailed. You're being audited by every agency you forgot to lie to. You'll want to lawyer up. Then I forwarded a package, anonymous, untraceable, to his landlord, the IRS fraud tip line, and his state's tax authority. All of it legal. All of it with timestamps and screenshots. By the time he figured out what was happening, his accounts were frozen and his streaming devices confiscated. I didn't want revenge. I wanted pressure, discomfort, disruption, and I wanted my wife to feel it closing in. She finally called me. Her voice was hoarse, broken. Why did you do this? I didn't answer. Not directly. Instead, I emailed her the divorce papers, with one line in the message. I'm giving you the out you didn't have the decency to ask for. She signed. But her problems didn't end. Her name was leaked to a private forum where clients had been exploited by streamers using stolen identities. Bryce had reused clips, sold them, tagged her under multiple aliases, and someone, somewhere, recognized her. She started getting messages. Blackmail threats. Some were fake. Some weren't. I didn't help. The last time I saw her, she was sitting in her car across the street from our old house. Hair tangled, face pale. Just watching. I didn't wave. I didn't go outside. She left after 10 minutes. That night, I closed the last file. Erased the backups. Deleted the cameras. The game was over. And I'd won. The lawyer called 2 weeks later. Her attorney's requesting mediation. She's claiming emotional duress. Wants to renegotiate spousal support. I didn't laugh, but it took effort. She cheated. She lied. She collapsed in her own mess. Now she wants a settlement? She's saying your confrontation caused trauma. That's when I dropped the file. Not the medical report. Not the chat logs. Not the fitness data. The real one. The insurance file. It held evidence of her siphoning money from our shared investment account, small amounts, rerouted to a second portfolio under a friend's name. Her friend, Vanessa, who helped her with taxes. The same friend I once found on our patio whispering about options if things go south. I traced the transfers. Then I traced Vanessa. Her LinkedIn said HR consultant. Her real income? Nothing close to what the investment suggested. I forwarded the file to both attorneys. 30 minutes later, mediation was off the table. Her side stopped calling. Because theft was prosecutable. I didn't press charges. I just let her live with the knowledge that I could. That I still might. Her reputation didn't die publicly. There was no headline. No scandal. Just the quiet erosion of social standing. Friends ghosted, invites dried up, clients dropped her name from their portfolios. She wasn't shunned. She was ignored. Which was worse? I moved out of the city. Quiet neighborhood. New job. Different name on the lease. I didn't need to disappear. I just needed to stop being reachable. The last message she ever sent me was a voice note. 17 seconds. She said, "I miss who we used to be. I didn't think you'd go this far. I thought you loved me." I played it once, then deleted it. Because love doesn't live in secrecy. Love doesn't ask you to sleep alone while someone else gets the real version of your partner in a flickering webcam window. No, I didn't go too far. She collapsed under her own weight. I just refused to catch her. I never remarried. That surprises some people. But trust isn't something you rebuild with time. It's something you bury once it's poisoned. My life now is simple, structured. No late-night lies. No silence thick with betrayal. Just peace and control. People say revenge is about getting even. They're wrong. Revenge is about clarity. About seeing someone for who they really are, and then making sure they see it too. One signature at a time. One untraceable file at a time. One cold, calculated decision at a time. And in the end, she was too tired to lie anymore. And I wasn't tired at all.